you see the stone begin to slowly crack and crumble and then fade to the floor, revealing flesh. Blue Goliath flesh. And in a process that feels like it's taking forever, bit by bit, the stone recedes. The last part to recede, the last part to regain the essence and soul of Grum is his eyes, as the power of the Medusa found in the eyes lingers there longer than it should, and the point of contact with her eyes finally releases, and Grum restored. Last week, we emerged victorious from the Crypt of the Tauhund, the holy crypt that had been defiled in the past by a mind flare battle. It was the place that all of the founders of Talhundrith and the dwarven acolytes of Dumathoin had been laid to rest. There had been a large obelisk shard that was placed there, which the party has now successfully recovered, marking 2 of the larger shards in their possession. The party left without cleansing the crypt, which is fine. We left ghosts down there and a hydra and all other kind of manner of, it's hard to say, but we emerged successful with the reason we went down there. And getting that gave the party enough energy that they could feel their core constitution rise. And their life essence increased, and their magic ability increased, and more importantly, their magical spells increased.
We should go kill that Hydra now. Maybe easy.
The party emerged from the crypt, paid homage to their fallen friend, studied the Encephalon cluster for a little bit. The party went out to check on the horses, which had surprisingly been well fed by an unknown stranger. Unknown stranger. Unknown. They did, with the survival check or perception check, it was noted that the food is from the Underdark. And while Shroud and I believe Tobin went out to check on that.
Nexor.
And Nexor, we can pick back up with Tobin's in with the statues.
It was me and Nexor that went and checked on the horses.
So let's say you guys are coming back in to report what you found. Echo, the statue of the Goliath, formerly known as Grum, the Medusa that had wrapped herself and turned both to stone, intertwining stone on stone, creating almost a seamless statue. Guarded by Frowode, the Galabdur. Echo, you are now face to face with that statue. Before we do that, does anybody want to do anything else?
I think this would be a good moment for Nexor to have his vision. And it's gonna be okay. So let's just do a quick role play real quick. On the way back in with Shroud, Nexor's eyes would begin to glow like a teal white color and it would only last a second outside, but inside he would have a to yet be determined vision, and he would just say in a very erratic voice to Shroud, look, I everything is back the way it needs to be here, but I gotta go. Tell the others that I'll see them when I see them, but I have to leave. I'll be in Vandalin. And then he just,
as you try to go, Ribby grabs your arm and he says, "I'll go with you. We must make sure the book is deposited into safe hands."
well, can you keep up, old man? I know I'm a little weathered looking myself, but I sure have a spry in my step.
He jumps and claps his heels together real quick. And he says, "Don't underestimate a 30-year-old Smurf Niblin."
I think I would reach out and just kind of have my hand on Nexo's shoulder. Wait, where are you going? Like what startled you?
I cannot get into the specifics of it now, but I will be. You can find me in Vandalin. The rest of the group is sure to know where it is, for they have kind of established themselves there in multiple ways. And his tone just starts to become more like heavy and like frustrated with. He's thinking back to when they pretended to be Red Brands and went into Barthen's provisions and basically bullied him. So yeah, his voice kind of reflects that a bit now that he's recollecting it to Shroud. But then he also remembers, because he's an old man, things come and go. But then he also randomly remembers, he says, before I do leave, I have a few things to leave behind. And he starts rummaging through his pack. And he says, these scrolls are to be used as y'all see fit. And he gives you 2 scrolls. I'll share them in the chat later.
Okay.
But he gives you, Shroud, 2 scrolls. He leaves the ring of mind shielding, and he also leaves the potion of invulnerability. And these are for you all to distribute amongst yourselves. Oh, I almost forgot the most beautiful part. And then he just pulls out his jewelry pouch and the one that's full of the jewels from the other room. He says, I'm sure these will come in handy because Lord knows times are tough. What with all the tariffs and everything. Yes, so I'm sure these will be most promising.
We shall annex Vandalin.
Waterdeep says they want to be a part of the gold. Says they want to be a part. Okay, they're crying for us. The people out there, the Waterdeepians, they want us.
Waterdeepians, I love it.
If anyone on Twitch is watching, that's a trigger warning. Sorry.
No political statement, just current events. Be funny.
So D&D, guys.
It is a commentary on current topics. Okay, everyone have a sense of humor. Stop being little pussies about it.
Oh, don't worry. There will be TikToks made about Waterdeep.
We're gonna make it great again.
They have the best water, so deep, guys. Let me tell you.
Rage bait.
All right. So, upon leaving the scrolls, the jewelry pouch, the ring, and the potion, Nexor just kind of back to being in a kind of rush. He says, it was good traveling with you all, but
Tobin looks at you like, "Are you okay? You're like giving up all your things and stuff. Like, is this a cry for help?"
I don't think Tobin can see you, can he? Are we
Oh, no,
like
that's
near the
we're back
door?
where
Oh, that's
the
right.
horses were at.
The only
so
one
you
I
guys
can
got some
see
of
is
the horses.
probably Nyx.
Yeah, Nyx might be able to see the exchange between me and Nexor and Rivy.
Yeah, probably depends on where her focus is.
Right.
But I mean, if Nyx would notice and wants to interact, that's up to Nyx.
It's kind of like I should stay here with my buddy, but I hear some discussion of someone leaving. Maybe I should go investigate. Maybe
I would,
Shroud needs some help.
I would just kind of remove my hand from Nexor's shoulder and just kind of look down, like approval wise, understanding, I guess.
So is Nyx gonna check it out or no?
Yes.
All right, Nyx, you make your way up. You see this conversation going on.
What's going on, guys? What's happening? Are the horses okay?
The horses are fine.
against the wall.
Yes, the horses are fine. They are fed. They are fed freshly plucked drow food.
Underdark oats. Fantastic for horses.
Underdark horse feed, yes. I don't know the exact significance of it, but it sends a chill up and down my spine.
That's not good.
But anyway, yes. I must leave. I must leave you all.
Where are you going? Why do you
I
have
must
to leave
try
us
and-
so fast?
I must go to Phandalin. I am not sure of everything. I just know that I must return there with the most expediency I can muster.
And I'll keep him safe.
Yes, my buddy Rivy will have my back.
Oh, Rivy's leaving too?
Indeed.
Yes.
You
don't
all have
worry.
your own quest to continue.
Will we meet with you again? Will we see you soon?
I will be in Phandalin if you make your way back there. I'm sure we will see each other again.
Please make sure that Barthen knows that we mean no ill will towards him. And we hope that everything is okay with him.
I make no promises to deliver such a message.
I'll
tried.
tell him everything is fine.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. Well, be safe and good luck on your journey. I hope you get your
Yes.
quest.
In fact, since you're
sorted
here,
out.
let me specify those two scrolls. Those two scrolls there were originally meant for you. But circumstances arose, and I feel like this one, and he hands you one specifically, would be more useful than anything else. And then he looks to Shroud and say, "Keep that one for yourself."
Ooh, okay.
But this, and then he kind of points to the ring. He says, "That could. Do I know exactly like what that ring does enough to tell them like what it can do?"
You've been attuned to it for days, at least a couple of days now. So yeah, you would know its properties.
Okay. So I would say to you as well, Nyx, that ring is a very, it could prove to be a very useful item as mundane as it would seem, for given the nature of your enemies to come, it could prove invaluable to keep your mind shielded from their prize.
So do I have the ring?
I'll hold out the ring because I think you gave it to me, right? Originally.
I gave everything to you before Nyx came up, yeah.
And I'll just hold out
And
the ring.
I would have passed that one particular spell onto her, but yeah, you can hold the ring out and say, and I'll be like, you know what? In fact, I'll even gently pluck it from your hand, and I'll give her one last bit of quote unquote old man wisdom or whatever. The only real value the only way it could prove most valuable is if you accept your role as the silver tongue of this group.
I accept that.
And then he'll just hold it out for you to take yourself.
And she takes it. She puts it on her right hand. I'm assuming it's big, so it'll probably fit on her ring or pointer finger or her thumb.
Right.
I'm assuming.
You notice a quality that when you try to put it on any finger, the band seems to either widen or contract.
Huh.
It will fit wherever you want it on your fingers.
Yeah, magic.
Woohoo! We love magic.
Yeah, weird shit. Don't forget it's got a brain on it.
It does
It's
have
a
a big
brain.
brain.
You can add it to the inventory. It's a real item.
It's called the Ring of Mind Shielding.
Mind shielding.
No, it will
just for future
require
reference, it
attunement.
does not have any soul infused in it anymore.
It did at one point. It had our friendly neighborhood Frampt.
Yeah, Frampt got
Frampt
his
did.
chance to say goodbye.
Fram did. It felt weird keeping him in it just because he's all nature-ish and stuff.
He likes
Yeah, he
outdoors.
doesn't want to be
He
cooped
doesn't
up
like
in a
being cooped up inside.
makeshift genie.
He would just end up being horrible, horrified after a while.
He's gonna enter the afterlife claustrophobic.
They're just gonna, the afterlife is just gonna kick him to the far realm. That's how broken his mind's gonna be.
Oh, the far realm
morbid.
will break minds.
All right, so with Nyx having her scroll and the ring, and now Shroud having the potion and the other scroll.
Is it Ring of Puzzler's Wit?
No,
No,
the one that I just gave you is different. It's the Ring of Mind Shielding. Totally different item.
Okay.
But with that, Nexor will pop back into his sense of urgency and say, okay, I must go. Things are going, things are moving. I must go. And he says, come, Rivy. And then he just says, goodbye, as he's running, as he's lightly running, speed walking, almost a jog, out past the horses, off into the distance.
Farewell,
Ruby will
friend.
do his best to keep up.
Yep. If I have to, I'll drag him with Mage Hand.
You can
Really?
at 10 pounds, he is more than 10 pounds.
We got some rope you can drag behind the horse.
He's just 10 pounds of
Right.
Brittle.
Come on, horse.
brittle bone and dust or blood.
Oh, that's a totally different day and age, man. If I was a younger man, I might have. But I took a different route.
So
Ruby
Shroud,
goes with
Nyx, you guys are on the staircase. Your other friends are down in Grum's gallery.
I like it.
Drum gallery.
Grum's gallery. Yes.
I think I'll look at Nyx and be like, you might want to go down there and tell him I've kind of made a disturbance down there once, so I might not be too too welcome in there, especially with my current appearance, because I'm still in the appearance of Nexor.
I'm coming out anyways because like Frowwood wouldn't let me really go any further than the entrance. So my first thing I notice is I'm like, hey, where's Jack Lemmon and Walter Mathall at?
Grumpy old men. Is that what that's from?
Hell yeah! I'm glad somebody got it.
Yeah,
I did. That's why I'm like, I want to laugh, but I don't get it.
That is a very old movie, I will say.
That is a deep one. That is a deep dive. That's a deep
Grumpy and
dive.
Nexor's just sitting on a porch somewhere in a rocking chair, just rocking back and forth.
Man, the headphones are already dying. Things suck.
So, shall we cut back to the room? Echo, you and Fro Road and the statues are currently the only ones in there.
I'm gonna look at Frowode and kind of put my hand on his shoulder and thank you for watching him and keeping him safe. But I have to say my final goodbye.
He puts his rocky hand over yours and he pulls it down and he puts the other one over and he's holding your hand in between his. And he says, "You ain't gotta lie to me. I understand the birds and the bees."
What?
Echo, are you pregnant?
Yeah.
Now look
That's
here.
a real rumble in the jungle right there.
Now, you go ahead.
Oh,
I know I couldn't hold the pretty one forever, but I just want you to do me one favor.
what's that?
She would have wanted to be stone. Let me take her and find the proper place to display her beauty.
Frowode, I couldn't say no to that.
I'm pretty sure this is the rock person equivalent of a real doll.
Yeah.
He lets go of your hand and he steps back. You do what you gotta do. As a favor to me personally, do you care if I find the dwarf person and beat him into a bloody pulp
Oh shit!
for what he tried to do to me?
Should.
Do you promise not to kill him?
Ain't no promises in life.
Yeah.
I'll step outside, and don't worry, I'll take the Lady Medusa, and I'll find her a nice place, and she can look out and watch the sunrise, and then when the time comes, I'll bring back the little dwarf man, and I'll put him up to her face, and I'll be like, look here, look at what you did. And then what happens. You know, you can't say this and that and then get away with it. Gotta be some karma in life. Gotta be some karma. He steps outside and he walks the door.
Walks away.
He looks at the group and he says, if you hear the walls a knocking, you ain't go inside. And he just posts up.
What the fuck is happening?
Hey,
The walls
DM.
are knocking, he said.
DM, does he look up the stairs and notice Shroud's small stature?
If he looks up and sees you, he's just going to look and hold up one very stubby stone finger and point at you, and he says, Don't worry, now ain't the time. There will be a reckoning. And he just lets it go.
And on that note, I turn back into Shroud, so you see my, see me visually rise to what Shroud would be, like the 6 foot tall figure.
Huh. Who knew? He was really tall all along.
Oh man, I wish Nexor left that tentacle staff.
Pretty sure I have it.
Did he give you the tentacle? Is it so you can see me facepalm every time you whip it out to flagrate things?
Yes.
I'm not adding a facepalm counter. I don't care. I don't care. We have a nat 20 counter and that's enough.
I would just be thinking to myself, Tobin's the last person that needs a tentacle thing.
Well, come on, man! A little rabbit with a tentacle
different
staff.
Tobin, though. Maybe.
It doesn't get any more anime than that.
It really doesn't. It really does not.
Tobin might misuse it.
No.
Or use it the right way.
Real quick, what'd you call this? Grum's Gallery? Is that what you said?
Grum's Gallery.
Let's just change the subject, right? Yeah.
So, Echo, you are now alone in this room. And it's not face to face. Grum's posture, when he was turned, he was on bended knee, chin tilted slightly up. And he would have that posture before you now, where you could take your hand if you wanted and just very easily put it under his chin. Now above him is the stone Medusa entwined around him.
All right. So I'm gonna pull out the Sunblade, and I'm gonna kind of just look at it for a second. And after a minute, I'll put it away, and I'm actually gonna activate Steps of Night and poof out the wings. And they're still they're pretty dark still. They're that dark, kind of ethereal green. And I'm gonna walk up to the statue. I'm gonna put one hand on one of Grum's, and I'll put the other on his face. And I'm gonna close my eyes and reach for that connection with Ilmater and Tyr. And I'm gonna hold my breath and kind of send the tendrils of magic, like the feelers, into the stone. And I'm gonna pray, and I'm gonna cast Greater Restoration.
So let's cut to where we last left Grum. Grum, you were last left floating in a void, timeless, senseless, between the material plane and the far realm. And there are horrific visions of the far realm that just sit in the distance. And that sense of timelessness begins to fade as you feel a force pulling you back towards the material plane. And can you make a charisma saving throw for me? Make it a DC 15.
Well,
Your memory of this place, it's like it's not receding with you. And there is a loss of that void as you begin to get pulled back. Echo, from your point of view, where you are touching him first, you see the stone begin to slowly crack and crumble and then fade to the floor, revealing flesh. Blue Goliath flesh. And in a process that feels like it's taking forever, bit by bit, the stone recedes. The last part to recede, the last part to regain the essence and soul of Grum is his eyes, as the power of the Medusa found in the eyes lingers there longer than it should, and the point of contact with her eyes finally releases in Grum restored, with a still petrified Medusa around him, embracing him, is there looking at you.
Hi.
Grum, it would have seemed like no time has passed for you. Your memories were unable to be pulled with you from that void. The last thing that you remembered, the last thing that you encountered was the voice of the Medusa promising you things as you looked and met her gaze.
I feel like Grum would sense a little bit of like physical weakness or fatigue, so his head would kind of like fall. And he would probably gasp for air before blinking back to reality and see Echo before him, probably distraught, to say the least.
Yeah, no, she's crying. Her wings are a different color. Like she's holding it together, but not by a ton.
Okay, so he would come back and see that, and he would just say, "My dark angel, what?"
Aw.
And then he would look around, and he would say, "Oh, is it possible to make a strength check to break out of this bitch's grasp really quick?"
Well, let me ask you this. So, the answer is yes. Are you trying to slide out, or are you just trying to burst the arms?
There is a warning. You have to be careful. We can't break that.
What do you mean? She still has her grasp over me. How else will I get out?
And like she's like sniffling. Like this is just trust me. If we can, we really shouldn't break her, or Frowood's gonna try and kill us. And he really likes me right now.
What do you suggest?
Just be careful.
You can make a strength check to try to force your way out, a strength athletics, or you could do an dexterity acrobatics to try to slide out. Either one is an acceptable option.
If you break her, we have to run. But I promise I won't be mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you suggest?
There's a lot to catch up on, and she'll finally like stop hovering. She'll put her feet on the floor. There's a lot that we need to talk about, and I'd rather walk out of here than have to run and drag Tobin and everybody with us. So I can try to help.
Okay. All right, so you're gonna try and help how? Like what? As I'm talking about, so I can prepare acrobatics.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try acrobatics here.
Yeah, I will take the help action and try to like physically steer him out of the grasp, and we'll just see what happens.
Would you be willing to throw a little guidance in there too?
Can I roll a perception check to see if I hear any of this?
Did you say, can you throw guidance in?
Yeah, I'm asking Echo if she can.
Does
Oh,
Echo have
sorry,
guidance? Does
Hang
Echo
on,
have guidance?
Echo
You
does
better
not have
be.
guidance.
You better be a cleric with guidance.
I don't have
Shit.
guidance.
I don't think she
I'm
has
telling
guidance.
you guys, I should be a cleric.
I don't.
No.
I think Nexer was the only one that had guidance.
Yeah,
Brent had guidance. Brent had guidance. He just barely used it.
Okay, all right. Advantage is still good. Advantage is great. Okay, acrobatics with advantage. Let's go.
Look, I have spared the dying, okay? I'm keeping your asses alive.
Oh, that's good. 19. There we go.
That's
Hell yeah.
debatable. 19. You can slip out of this Medusa's grasp without breaking her apart.
We should break her now that you're out.
The thought is there. Don't worry.
Look, I see Echo bawling before my eyes as I'm waking up from like what seems like an instant nap. Okay, I'm not fucking around right now. Not yet. Not yet. All right. So I guess I break free. I don't break free. I guess I slip
Slide.
out of her grip.
Yeah. Echo's hands like are trembling as you like maneuver out of her grasp.
I'll stand on my own 2 feet and just kind of look down at you, and just kind of have a hold of your forearms, like waiting.
No, she like as soon as you're on your feet, she beats her wings and like launches at you.
Big hug back, holding you nice and tight. Probably linger for a while and like enjoy it. Comfort you before finally putting you, like releasing some of the grip to like ease you back down in time.
And like tears are just streaming down her face again.
Wipe them away a little bit with his like fist-sized thumb on her
Giant
little
hand.
head. Yeah, on her little apple-sized head.
Oh, I can't believe that worked.
Well, I must say, I feel a fool. All I remember is looking at the snake woman's eyes, and
Don't
suddenly
do that
becoming
again.
hard.
Dumbass.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
talk about that later too. But we really need to get moving. Things we'll catch up. And then she's gonna like halfway turn and she's gonna like yell for Nyx.
Nyx, do you go inside?
How come you're not yelling for Frampt, huh?
Frowode gonna let me
you gotta break
pass?
that.
Frowode will step in and make sure that he gives you the big stone this way.
Hi, Frowode, my dear friend. Echo, what's going? Grum, you're back. We have missed you.
Alright, Tobin definitely hears Nyx's
Shit.
exclamation.
I'm worried.
But he's gonna stay right here.
Yeah, don't come in too far, Tobin. We don't want to make Frowode mad.
Although Tobin's gonna go in and be like, holy shit, it's alive, kill it, kill it. A stone monster is alive.
No, we don't kill this one.
But that's the one that turned everything to stone.
No,
No.
that one. I'll point out the Medusa. This one's with us.
Yes.
Oh, that one's Grum. Oh, I thought the snake lady was Grum. Oh, silly me.
Yeah, we've not had a lot of time to clear things up with Tobin yet.
Now that
To
he's
catch
okay,
up on both of them.
Yeah.
now that he's
Grum,
Nice, okay,
they've,
should we
they've
destroy
got
the
a
other one?
second heron gone.
right? Grum, this is Tobin
think-
the 19th.
I
You
think
can call me
first, like, seeing
Tobin.
Nyx first would, like, draw Grum, because, like, besides Echo, she's the only, like, OG, you know? She's the only other OG, so I would see her first and just also, like, embrace her gently but tight enough for her to feel it, but definitely not as long. Like, it would be more like a, it's good to see you, Nyx. I don't know what the fuck happened, but it's great to see you both. And then he's gonna see Tobin through the back or behind them and be like, Tobin grew up and he came back.
Actually, grow down because this one's shorter. This
Oh.
one's small.
Okay, hold on, retcon. He's gonna see you in the background there, and he's gonna be like, Tobin got smaller and cuter.
and younger. This is
He wears a pointy stick. Oh, he's adorable. Did one of you get a stuffed animal pet?
With my adorable little shield and plate armor.
He looks like he's a defender of children's dreams.
I am. Aw, that'll be my title.
Aw,
Yes,
Tobin got a
yes.
title.
Woohoo!
Frowode pushes past you, Tobin, and steps outside. Shroud, this big stony hand, starts waving you down.
Once I notice I don't care about it anymore, I go in.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really reluctantly, but I just kind of, you know, just kind of nonchalantly step away from the wall and just kind of saunter down to him.
Also,
He-
now that Grum is okay, I am totally like staring this Medusa statue like down, like
Which has a slight defacement around its eyes from a chisel.
We should probably hide that.
Hmm.
No, that's why he doesn't like Nexer. If you
Yeah.
remember
Oh, that's
correctly.
right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, fuck
can
that.
I cast mending on that?
no man. This,
That's
next
a-
one needs to be back to cast
a-
stone shape on
It
me.
is an
Interesting
anime.
question. So it's a
No, I
mag
can't. Never mind.
it's like a magical stone more so than just a normal statue. Shroud Frowode puts his hands gently on your shoulder and he says, "Now look here. I don't think you're the little one. I don't think you really are. So I'm gonna give you some words of advice that I learned from my brothers when we was traveling trying to find our way. You found some nice people in there. Stick with them and make sure they're okay. If anything happens, you should make it your life's mission to smash whoever did it to them. Trust yourself and trust them. They're good people."
I would look back and be like, I've gathered that from just following them for the short time that, you know, like I said, they may have done some bad things, but I've done some bad things too. So I mean, we're the same.
He nods and he says, "When I find that dwarf, I'm gonna do some bad things. And I'm a good person, so it's okay."
You
We're all allowed bad things.
I just want to point out that Frowode is out of the room. So
Frowode steps back into the room after he says it, and he looks at everybody and he says, "I'm gonna be taking the pretty statue now. I wish you all the best of luck. If you head over to the path on the left on the outside, there's some good earthy people over there too. One of them likes to eat stone. He'd be all right if it wasn't for that. But there's some good earthy elementally people. When you find them, tell them Frowode said hello. they'll understand what it means.
Frowode said hello.
Frowode, if nobody gets in his way, he will, almost like it's nothing, pick up the statue very carefully and start walking away with it.
I'm gonna comment and be like, "What a beautiful bride you have. I hope you have a long and happy relationship."
Don't worry. I'm gonna find another Medusa. We're gonna get more statues. We're gonna have a garden.
That's right. Everyone says polyamory is just, sick. But yeah, I say let your freak flag fly, buddy.
I don't know what you mean, little bunny, but I'm gonna give you a thumbs up. He gives you a big stony thumbs up and walks out.
I see him walking through the
buddy.
doorway, and I just kind of step to the side.
Remember what I said, strange whatever you are. And he walks away.
Thank you, friend.
That guy's weird. He's gonna.
Lovable.
Well,
He's
he
gonna
did
Frowode's
find
my
something, though.
favorite.
Watch.
I can care what happens to Rivy, but Frowode was my favorite.
Why is everyone so mean to Rivy?
I know.
I just never had that connection with Rivy like I did Frowode. I mean, we was going to decorate the statues.
I just want to point out the only reason we were friends with Frowode was so he wouldn't kill us and he wouldn't and so he would protect Grum's statue.
Frowode genuinely likes you guys, and especially Nyx.
That's true, but his usefulness did run out, and we really need to kill that Medusa.
I just want you all to understand, for the sake of saving Frowode, because y'all like him, now he's got a vendetta against Nexor in Vandalin.
For the purposes of story, that's
I have a
awesome.
plan. I have a
I
plan.
have a plan
Me
too.
too. Me too. This one, plan.
I think with Frowode gone, I would look around to see if there's any decorations and just step in with these decorations in hand and just notice Grum is not a statue anymore. I'm just kind of freeze and I'm drop it.
Oh, yeah,
There are still 3
looking at Grum, and
statues.
I'm like, the Grum, huh?
Yeah, that's too bad.
I do think I would notice Grum though and kind of just step forth and just kind of hesitant, but just kind of hold out my hand. I mean, because if Nyx and Echo are like this guy so much, I guess I can learn to like him, even though I knew he was kind of with them.
As you step forward, Echo takes a half step forward too.
Little do you know, he's the most blood covered.
The wings kind of puff up a little bit. And she doesn't do anything, but she's watching and she makes sure you know it.
She's Grum's guardian angel, motherfucker.
She's 2.5 feet shorter than him. She's trying to step in front of him.
Like a mama wolf. Cover that man's neck.
Oh, I gotta get Ripper. I'm gonna do that while they're exchanging pleasantries. So I'm gathering up his little bundle, and I'm gonna repack it and take it with us.
I was going to remind you of that when Grum was petrified, Ripper, his long ago now deceased wolf pet, was put next to him so that they could rest potentially for eternity together.
Mm-hmm.
And now that Grum has ruined that plan, it only makes sense to take back the wolf.
Yeah. So
Don't mind me, it's convenient.
when Shroud shows, that he's just holding out his hand and Echo feels pretty safe, she's gonna look around and go, "Oh shit, Ripper!" and start bundling him back up.
Hey, wait, guys, where the fuck is Bessie? Remember the badger?
Oh, our badger! I
Orchard
forgot.
area.
I know the badger, but Shroud
I thought
doesn't
you
know
let
the
her
badger.
go.
Bessie was left at Eatermath Orchard.
Yeah.
Bessie was
Oh,
left.
right, right.
Bessie was left with Darren at Eatermath Orchard
Mhm.
for
Right.
whatever insanity is currently unfolding
How big
in and
was she
around
exactly?
Phandalin.
How big was she exactly?
She was a giant badger?
So are we talking like dog? Are we talking pony? Are we talking
I'm
like...
thinking that a giant badger has to be a medium-sized dog.
Okay.
Okay.
So just to kind of go back so he's not ignored, as Shroud reaches his hand out and Echo gathers Ripper's bones, essentially. Let me check something. Okay, I'm not stupid. He would grip your hand pretty firmly, like, I don't know, it might hurt a little bit, but that's just a normal handshake for Grum, because he's a fucking Goliath. But yeah, he won't say anything. He'll just look at you.
Echo's gonna lean in and whisper, Shroud. Tell you his name.
When you say just Shroud, he's gonna be like, yes, I see he's wearing one.
Echo will hold out her hand and kind of do the introduce thing. And Shroud, this is Grum. Grum, this is Shroud. He's been traveling with us a little bit for a little while now. It's been like a week, hasn't it?
Yeah, how long has it been
Wow.
since we entered here? Since Grum's been stoned?
It's been like 4 long rests at least.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I would just
Five-ish, 6-ish.
I'd be like,
At least 4.
pleasure shrum.
Grub cannon.
Woo! Let's try that again. Take 2.
pleasure Grum. And like, yeah, I would feel like his hand tighten around my hand, but I wouldn't let it show that it's actually hurting. Like, I would just kind of remain stoic behind my mask, which I get, so. Actually, I don't have my mask on. I'm just kind of...
You're welcome to make a deception check to see how well you hold your poker face.
I will do
Yeah.
that.
I was hoping for it.
That's a 17 with that plus 10.
Grum, what's your passive perception?
19.
Grum's passive
16 for me.
Grum, he's stoic.
Okay, now real quick, would a 16 on a passive insight be enough to at least know that he feels something regardless of his face? Like, because I'm sure, like, Grum knows, like, between the size difference and the strength difference, like, he's got to feel something.
I could be led to believe that Grum always thinks that about everybody.
Okay. Good enough for me. That's okay. Seeing this new figure remain as stoic and intense as he is in my presence and me gripping his hand the way I am, he just kind of like says to anybody who's listening, but like, I like this one. He's welcome. So long as he proves trustworthy. And then he grips your hand just a little bit tighter to see if you react.
I mean, I'll roll again for deception.
Make a strength athletics check, Grum.
Oh, okay. You roll this time.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
I
String
don't.
hasn't returned.
Grum, it's
Yeah,
hard. It's
maybe-
hard being stoned. Your muscles get fatigued. It's really almost no harder than a normal handshake.
Technically, it's a 12 because he was next to me.
Mm.
Oh, wait.
Wait, what?
I said technically it is a 12 because you're next to me. And you
Which
get a
still
plus
isn't
3
much
on
better
save.
than a normal handshake.
So-
10 being a commoner string.
So when Grum says, like, as long as I'm trustworthy, I kind of look around to like Nyx, Tobin, and Echo, just kind of looking to see if they kind of step in and like vouch for me that I am trustworthy from what they found.
Shroud has been watching our backs while we gather a couple of the obelisk shards. We like him pretty well.
Good enough for me.
Where do you guys hold the obelisk shards now?
Like, really,
Who has the 2 bigger shards, real quick?
I got one.
Okay, Shroud, you took the one in Talhundreth. Did,
Yeah,
Didn't you
next
take
door.
one too?
did Nexer run
Nexor?
off with the
I
obelisk
forgot.
shard?
Nextdoor had the other shard. Retcon. I would have passed that off too. My bad.
Nexor comes running back into the tomb and throws the
Right,
obelisk
like,
shard
hey, I forgot this.
You hear it coming down the steps.
Everyone starts yelling.
Oh no, Frobo sees him. He's behind him too. They cross paths. As soon as y'all get to the top, you hear sounds of magic and rocks rumbling. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
Do you guys show Grum the shards?
I'm still in awe.
I
Yeah, I don't have one, so
In the religion of Tobin, Grum was like John the Baptist. So I'm just in awe right now.
Why not? I think I would take the large obelisk shard and like pull it out of my pack and show him.
Grum, they show you that they have significantly larger portions than the ones you found. And I don't know if Echo would try to hide it or not. Echo currently doesn't seem to have one.
I wouldn't hide that at all.
Mm-mm.
She did have one before you were petrified.
You had one before, but you don't have one now.
Right. She just kind of eyes the obelisk shard. Because I assume by now she's noticed that hers is gone.
Oh, I would imagine so.
Yeah. So she just kind of is eyeing the one that Shroud is holding.
What happened to yours?
Yeah.
And she kind of looks at Nyx.
Evil revivify.
Like, I don't know how to explain this. And she looks up at Grum. I lost mine. And she looks at Nyx when I came back.
Oh,
And then
shit.
and then she won't look at Grum again. She just kind of stares at Nyx. She doesn't look back up at Grum.
Top of game, that's it. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Ah, that's good. Oh shit, but not really. Oh no!
Are you gonna tell Nyx and Shroud to keep your secret?
What happened?
So to recap where the original shards, the very first shard was just almost a sliver of a
Yeah.
shard. It was found in Clark's cave by Echo, and that's the one that is no longer with the party. There was one in Nyx's staff of defense, which she currently has,
Yep.
and Grum found ore that was similar to but not a part of, And Nesnar eventually gifted the party a shard from Wave Echo Cave. He's a very nice man. A very nice drow. But Echoes is currently vanished.
Well, that's interesting.
Well,
I wonder what could have
You know?
happened to it.
Yeah.
It will always be with you in spirit.
I'm sure it will.
I think when Echo looks so hard at Nyx and says that, I feel like Grum would also look at Nyx and kind of say, you know, I can't help but feel like it's partly my fault. But I assure you all, and when he says all, he looks at literally everybody in their eyes with like a really stern face and an even sterner tone. And he says, I assure you all, I'm ready to go. And he looks around for his stuff. Like basically he's like, where's my great axe?
Yeah. Nope, Echo's got it laid out where Ripper was, and she's gonna hand him the axe. And then his backpack, which is still more or less packed. And then she's gonna untie his bedroll from her pack and make sure that's tied to his.
Is the shield still on me?
Oh, yes and no. So with the Greater Restoration spell, the shield is in existence, but it's at your side. You are not currently holding it and would not be connected to it unless you choose to pick it up and wield it again.
Now, would you say I was able to feel a sort of drawing to it that was not my own? Given that it's a cursed nature, would you say that it's able to be felt?
Since you are free from it now, roll an insight check.
Oh, I'm good at insight with Grum. 18.
And specifically, this shield is from the dead Turtle Warlock that was arch enemy to the original Tobin. And we turned his turtle shell into a turtle shield, which ended up being cursed. And Echo, you did have a vision where that sickly green light, after he was petrified, was running through that shield. And with an 18, Grum, you know that you were holding it not necessarily of your own free will.
I will. Let's see. Hold on.
Echo is eyeing that shield super hard.
Grum, you should pick it up. You really like that shield, remember? You love it.
It
And
did
Tobin
make you. It
lives
did make
on.
you stronger.
It's your best friend.
It made me more durable, not necessarily
shield.
stronger.
We can be shield brothers.
You know what? You seem to want it. Why don't you go for it? It looks about your size.
I'm gonna cast remove curse on it.
Can remove curse? No, remove curse only frees you of being cursed from it, not the curse itself.
Items, if you cast remove curse or banishment on it, like takes away the curse but leaves like a magic item.
It partially depends why the item is cursed or that way in the first place. But you're welcome to pick it up and carry it with you and explore.
know what? I am going to leave. In fact, I am going to kind of not like hard kick, like wind up and toss, but like I'm just gonna kind of use the side of my foot and just kind of shunt it over, like over here, essentially in the corner between that statue. And then I'm just gonna shoulder my own great axe and my the rest of my gear as like the final reassurance that I'm good to go.
Let's see, remove curse.
So after that, how much time would the party be willing to spend in this room? Grum, you've spent more time than anybody in this room, but you just don't have full recollection of it. But this room has been a place of haunting memory since you first stepped in.
Yeah, no, Echo's ready to get out of here. If she kind of composes herself a little bit, let me see how long this is supposed to last. Maybe that's not it.
I think upon meeting back up with him, I'll be like, oh, I forgot to tell you about the green light outside, that it's dispersed.
Echo's face goes white. And about that time, like her wings fizzle out.
Would you like to step outside and see the light?
No, I really don't.
The path to Gibbet's Crossing, you don't have to go outside.
Echo is gonna gently encourage everybody. We really do have to get moving. We can't stay here.
And again, I'd be like, oh, and another thing, someone fed the horses.
Who fed the horses?
Have no clue. It was Underdark Oats.
Tobin's like, whoever they are, they must be a very kind soul.
Underdark. Did they look okay?
The horses looked fine.
Shit. Who here other than Shroud, I guess? Who has anybody else seen the green light that Echo has seen in visions?
No, Brant did, but he's dead, so it doesn't
Ramp
matter.
did, yeah.
After his very, very, very long piss.
So did I
Nix did
actually
not.
see the green light like dispersed over like
So
Fandolin outside, or
to describe it, you know, after a storm, how light scatters in a very special way, and it just sits heavy on the sky. It's
Sure.
like that, with like little light green splotches just hanging in the clouds in a sickly, unnatural way. There's no central concentration of it.
kind of like how when you go outside, the clouds are just kind of like hovering, but they ain't thick clouds. They're just kind of, and then it's got like a green tint to it.
Yes,
Okay.
I
precisely.
feel like it looks like maximum overdrive sky.
Yeah, with the meteor, like how the meteor turns the sky
Everything
green.
Yeah. So like I'm gonna go up to Grum and I'm gonna hold open my Bible and I'm gonna be like, can you sign this? And on the page it says, and the blue Goliath grabbed the bugbear, grabbed the bugbear Jack Bauer style and snapped his neck and then tore through the rest of the cave before befriending the vicious wolf. So like our first cave.
Grum reads that and he just smiles and lets out a soft chuckle like I remember that. Good times, good stuff.
And I look at him and go, you were my hero. and I hold up the sword. You're like, you're the reason why I wanted to protect people. I heard you were strong.
I just kind of tilt my head and I just smile with my eyes shut and I'm whisper to Echo, who the hell is this soft, fluffy bunny? He's too cute.
I'm
I
gonna
know
take
it.
I'm gonna take the book and I'm gonna put it up to Grum and I'm gonna say, this is the Bible that our Tobin wrote about our adventures.
It's not
What the
adventures.
fuck?
It's the Holy Gospels.
See? Tobin protects us still. And I encourage Grum to sign it.
Grum's gonna shake his head and just say, this is beyond me. The little fella is asking for an autograph. Who am I to say no to a fan? And he just go ahead and holds out his hand for a pen or a quill, whatever.
I've got
And he just,
sparkle or something, I'm sure.
as well as Grum can write, he signs his name.
Hold on. Before you look for a quill, before you look for ink for the quill, I pull out I cut my hand on my sword and go, here, use this.
Pretty badass. You're a hardcore little child. I like you. You can adventure with us now. And he dips dip into your blood. He's poking the wound.
It's Tobin just sitting there going, oh yeah, get it.
He signs Grum.
Roll a hepatitis saving throw,
What is that, Constitution?
I guess.
Constitution plus.
You got a cleric, you're fine.
There we go. I'm a paladin at a high enough level. I won't have to worry about those things anymore.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Does the party want to continue on to parts unseen? Do they
Gonna give
want
it a
to
try.
go see the sky? Do they want to try to... How do you guys... What is the process for deciding the next step?
I think we should get a move on, right, Echo?
Yes, we really need to get this last shard here, and we have to get back to Phandalin. If the sky really is green, and I'm not the only one who can see it, things are getting worse. And my dad should be hopefully in Phandalin soon. But until then, I don't.
Wide.
Yeah. My father is moving troops, and as I understand it, hold that thought. Hang on. I'm gonna go back and check something real quick.
You mentioning the Goliaths too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was in the letter.
Is Gibbet's Crossing, is it I can't remember, is it a town or what is it exactly?
The information that you have on the crossing is that it is an old abandoned crossroad for the Underdark, where Drow and Smurfneblin and Drugar and other races would come together for trade and to basically just pass through. Long abandoned.
Oh, they're gonna love us. If anyone's still there.
Yeah, so my dad is on the way to Phandalin with a group of Goliaths, apparently. And if they don't get there quickly enough, Phandalin might be gone. Lost to what we presume to be mind flayers.
Mind flayers. That's what we're dealing with?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, Tobin has only been paying attention to all the big details.
Right? So yeah, I really think we should all, and she kind of looks at Grum, I think we should all get going to Gibbet's Crossing.
Yep.
We got one more to get, and then we have to haul ass back to Phandalin to fix this.
Really quick, top of game. So all those jewels that Nexor left total 1,000 gold. Is it easy enough to just add 200 to everybody's inventory?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you guys want to divvy up that is more than acceptable.
I'm pretty sure Tobin is holding like a set of plate armor.
Oh,
You
that's
said
an interesting
200?
question. Did you take the ceremonial armor from the crypt?
I did actually. He handed it to me. I'm holding it.
Okay, just
I remember that we wanted to make sure I wasn't encumbered.
Oh, that's right. Echo didn't take it, but Tobin did.
the only thing I'll say is that it's not magical. We discovered that thoroughly, that it's not magical. It doesn't have any extra protective power. Through the investigation, we determined that it was solely a ceremonial piece for the crypt.
I mean, it counts as plate though, right? Like it's still
Yeah, it
plate
can be
armor.
worn. It can be worn. It can be fixed to just create an actual plate set.
So I'm gonna like swap out my plate armor with that one as part of like my charge to eventually purge the tomb, or at least help them, like because it's like the dwarven armor, so I'm like kind of doing it in their armor, or better yet, because my plate armor is kind of piecemeal anyways, I'm gonna take off like a what are the shoulder pieces, like the pauldron or whatever they call it? Yeah, and like put one of the dwarven, replace one of like my old ones with like a dwarven one of the dwarven ones.
Right, you now bear symbols to Tobin and Doomathoin.
Right.
Hey, real quick, top of game. Nexor, Grum Nexor.
That's right. Sorry, bro.
What was that scroll that you gave me?
Magic weapon. And for you, Nyx, the scroll would have been, where to go? Enemies abound.
Ooh.
Ooh, fancy.
Do you guys want to head to Gibbet Crossing?
Hells yeah.
We are currently down 1 echo.
Say what now?
Echo stepped away.
Oh, gotcha.
But the party can get their items together. They can prepare themselves to head to this. All it requires is that you leave Talhundreth and you take a stoned, very narrow pass. And it goes down and it twists and it turns. And traversing it takes probably around an hour. Dark vision to revisit. Echo has dark vision. Grum does not. Herringons don't. Goliaths don't have dark vision, correct?
No.
Nope.
I actually think like Echo might have been the only one who had dark vision.
Asimars do. And Shroud does, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't have. I got dark vision on 1 feet.
You do have the eyes of minute seeing. So
Yeah.
just for the record, the party has to use old-fashioned lamps and torches to navigate this for the most part. Although we do have the ability to grant dark vision. Is it for 24 hours or is it for an hour?
It's for 1 hour.
So it's if you can grant it to them now if you want.
I got my hooded lantern too, so I mean it's 30 foot, or well, 30 foot bright light and 30 foot dim vision. So
Is this something that we would have taken the horses on?
No, the horses would not be able to go through this easily.
And one of these days I'm gonna cast Find Steed.
I cast it one time. Oh my god, it was great. I made it a little like giant fluffy marshmallow of a llama.
Of all the paladins I've played, I've never had a chance to actually really cast it.
I know. I've never been able We can do it.
Don't worry, we'll get you there.
I blew the horn of Valhalla on another game.
I like the Horn of Valhalla. I like the horns generally speaking. That's why eventually somebody will probably get like a Horn of Blasting. It's a fun little toy.
I don't know anything about the horn.
You guys spend the hour traversing this very carefully. No one has taken care of this path in a very long time. With the
Where's Grum? We lost Grum.
Oh no, sorry. I wasn't 100% if he would be with you guys or not, so I had him hidden.
Why does my map do this? There it goes.
I know it took me a minute. I thought it was like still loading or something.
No, the fog of war, you just tend to... Mine is blue that I can see through. Yours is just black, so you have to find the spot that's open. North end of the map.
Yeah.
So, are we going in with lanterns, or do we want to do this a little more?
So, question, DM. So I got elevated sight. That's one of the spells I took. So if she casts dark vision on me, will those eyes that float, will they have dark vision as well?
I am talking to myself. I'm talking to myself.
No, you're not.
Nope, we hear you.
I was. The little thing flashed saying I was muted.
Yeah.
Let me read it real quick. Elevated sight, you cast eyes skyward. There's not a lot of skyward here. It's a narrow tunnel, granting you sight from a higher vantage point. You project your vision to see through an invisible sensor, which appears in the spot up to 120 feet above you. There's not that much space in the ceiling. You can see this magical sight. I would imagine it makes sense that you can see through darkness.
Well, the third line says the sensor moves with you, retaining its height in relation to you. So I don't know how far out it can be away from me. Is it just with me, within 5 feet, or?
So you can adjust the height up to a maximum of 120 feet above you. Suggested you can make it lower, but it's right above your head. You can put it 5 feet above your head or 120 feet above your head, and anywhere in between.
I read that wrong when I took it, but that's okay.
Now, the fourth line, just so you're aware, while looking through this sensor, you are blind, that you can switch between seeing through the sensor. So if you're looking at that elevated height, you are visually unaware of whatever's happening around you.
Right. And then I can switch between, but
Yes.
That ain't gonna help me here. I thought maybe it was something that went out instead of just up. So I read that wrong, but I just wanted clarification before I tried to use it, and it just your eyes hit the ceiling.
Guys, I'm gonna take my dog out real quickly, but I'm still gonna have my headphones on. I should still be able to hear
Okay.
and talk.
This
Come on,
path
Hassel. Come on, puppy.
winds around, and at the end is a door that is barred from your side. It is very thick and heavy. It looks like you could remove the bar, but anything that trying to get through to your side would have difficulty. So whoever barred it had to have been heading towards Talhundreth. That is the door.
You said it's barred from our side, so we can just lift it up.
Yes.
Cool. Let's looking around is that what we doing? Yeah.
Let's do this.
Okay, just to clarify, I have not used Eyes of Night, right? Everybody's got torches and shit out?
Not yet. Give me half a second. I have to go figure out what the yelling is. Half a second, come up with a plan and a marching order.
Do you really want to know?
Any plan but that. 1 sec.
Come on,
Good
puppy.
stipulation.
feel like Grum would have looked at his little large obelisk shard and compared it to that 30-pound chunk y'all now have. Be like,
Oh,
mine's so small.
You mean the two I have? Because I'm assuming you would have handed it to me.
Our little
Can you
road
carry
both of
60
them.
pounds though? Like, are you able? Do you want Grum to hold one or both of them? Because you don't have the carrying capacity, or do you? Rogues are generally not strong.
It shows I'm unencumbered. Oh no. Okay, hang on. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't read the backpack weight, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So as long as it's
I'm
okay
back.
with the
We got a
DM, I think like could top a game. Could you carry it, Echo?
Yes, without Grum shit, I could carry one shard.
Okay, so I think with like seeing her without a shard, I think I would have handed that other shard that Nexor gave me to her.
That thing is 30 pounds.
Yeah, it's 30 pounds.
Add it back in here.
Even if I wasn't carrying this plate armor, I would not defile
about a foot
myself
long.
for touching that.
Okay, that's better.
Grum, do you have the iron ore in your pack, or is that something I made up?
I have the iron ore. I have the barrel of raw jewels and ore.
Okay, you got that.
And the Ruxithid's medallion. I took away the 2 gems and I just added the gold because it's easier for me because I already got so much shit.
Yeah, and you've got both battle axes, so I can take that one off.
Well, I have 1 battle axe and 1 +1 great axe.
Yeah.
As well as the crossbow and bolts.
Okay. So I need to figure out how to delete Grum's backpack out of my.
The basic shield is back on me as well.
There it is. Delete. Okay. These. So yeah, I have room for that.
So
not much else.
Let me ask a question. How do I tell what my carrying weight is?
It is above.
It'll tell you right there at the top under inventory, weight carried, and then if you click it, it'll actually show you your max carrying capacity. So with my strength, it's 510.
Oh, okay. So mine's 150. So I could have been fine with it, but it's fine. So
do you want to give me one or no?
Yeah, I gave you one. I already removed it. So it's a 30-pound large obelisk shard.
And how much would you say Grum's large chunk would be in weight?
Does Grum have one of the ones you just found?
No, Grum's is like he has one that was labeled large obelisk shard.
The one from Wave Echo Cave.
I believe so, yes.
Let's say that one is 15.
Like that.
It is not as big as the other ones, but it was
Right.
what fueled the magical power of that forge.
Right.
Okay.
And the one that went away when Echo returned to life, was that one of the larger or the large chunks?
That was the very first piece you found, just a sliver of very small.
It was like just barely a handful. Like it was little.
It was
powerful
but little.
Okay.
Like Tobin.
Okay, so
Like Tobin.
are we?
I'm gonna enjoy referring to him as a child now. I'm sorry. Little attitudinal kid.
Are we doing my hooded lantern, or are we doing the dark vision thing, or?
I think that's a good thing to figure out now before we open this door. Echo will ask the group, do we want to snuff the lanterns and get some free dark vision for an hour? Or do we want to go in here with like torches and be super visible?
I'm cool with stealthing. I mean, I'm not proficient with stealth, but I don't have horrible dex.
I am really bad at stealth.
Oh, man, I forgot to leave the breastplate for your ass.
Did you forgot my murder?
Damn it.
Oops.
Because I was like very particular, like Echo needs to not have disadvantage on stealth. And that's why I was like, I have proficiency with armor. I'm gonna give myself a breastplate, and when I bounce, I'm gonna give it to Echo so that she's not unstealthy. And
You know, Nexer might need it when he
yeah,
confronts
he's got chasing him down.
one very upset Galabdur.
Hmm.
We just walk
Careful
out.
now, buddy. I might destroy your matron over there.
We just walk out the cave and see Nexler's dead body next to the horses.
Playing out there.
That's fucked up, bro. You think you can't handle a one-on-one with Frowode? Shit.
But
Hey,
you
one
have to
on
do,
two,
you have to do a
Ribby is
high
there as well.
investigation check to make sure it's him.
Yeah, you got Ruby with you. You'll be fine.
That's right. What
Hey,
could
all I
go
know-
wrong with two
all I know is
old
I still have-
beings?
All I know is I leveled up. I've got all my spell slots. I've got new portents. Bring it on, Frowode! And he's got heroic inspiration.
You
I
know,
got a high investigation check to make sure that it's like Nexor's body. It's just going to be like meat.
do you guys want to unbar that door?
I think we're gonna unbar it, but I think it would be smart to take the Eyes of Night route.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody flush the lanterns, and then I think we're all not gonna like gather everybody. I will use Eyes of Night. And I guess the three of you get it because Nyx doesn't need it. What is
No, Nyx is a thief. She has dark vision.
That's 300 feet of dark vision, right?
But what I'm looking at is, golly, I can't think. My brain is so fried this week, you guys. I'm going to use it on myself as well, so I will get the extra dark vision.
Okay.
I only have out to 60 feet, so now everybody but Nyx. Sorry, Nyx.
Yeah.
She
Sorry,
usually
Nyx.
takes it back anyway. We're just gonna make sure she's safe.
Just keep rolling 20s on
Yeah.
those witch bolts, okay? You're good. You don't need dark vision. Just black shit.
You do. Just keep getting those nat 20s.
Did you take Fireball this past level? You should have.
What?
So did you take Fireball when you leveled up? Because you should have.
It wasn't available. I didn't have any spell slots to fill.
Oh,
Really? You didn't get any new spell
you
slots?
probably-
We got we're level 9 now. You should have gotten.
You should have
what,
access to 5th level spells.
You should.
Yeah, you should have at least one.
You might be able to, after the session, go on and see if you have the ability to add a spell. Because each level up, you tend to get a couple more spells or a spell or two. But for now, can I have a marching order for the group?
I think I'm going to go first, or Tobin's going to go first.
I was gonna say, in order to impress Grum, I want to be the one to like try and open the door.
This is my new favorite
I mean-
dynamic in this group.
I mean, I think Grum or Tobin needs to open the door. But I think I should be the first to go in and kind of like sneak in.
Like Tobin's gonna do the comical like spit on it each hand and like rub them together and stuff.
All right, do you open it?
Yeah. Sorry, everything froze for a second. All right, I will open it.
You open it, there is a set of doors that are long broken off in front of you. And a notable thing, it's almost looking through heat waves in that room. Like there's a kind of blur to it. To the left, there is a tunnel that looks like it is long ago collapsed. And to the right, it goes off to a set of stairs.
Can we feel any heat coming off of it? Like, coming off of anything?
Make a perception check.
And as I check, I'm like sticking my hand through the doorway too.
So the door in front of you, the hall in front of you is
Ooh, 10.
it's normal. The blur is like all over here.
Gotcha. Okay.
There doesn't seem to be any heat. It just seems that there is kind of a blurriness to that room.
All right.
Someone should roll Arcana.
Which I mean, I could sneak in. I just kind of need to gather which way everyone would like to go.
Real quick, I rolled a 23 on perception. Like, can you further describe that blur? Like, what are you talking about? There's a blur down this hallway.
Not the hallway, just here.
Yeah.
Past these barriers. It's like looking through a heat wave distortion. You can see
like
through,
a mirage,
but it's that kind of effect.
Like actual mirage, not like.
It's there's no heat, there's no sound. It's just like the room itself is a blur.
Could be vapors. Poison in the air.
When we get up closer to it, Echo's not going to go in first. I have a feeling that's not going to be allowed.
No, stay, sit.
Right? It's the second time this week my character's been told to stay back. No, I want to investigate that when we get closer.
So, Grum said something interesting, like poison or something. With me being like proficient in like poisoner's kits and being an assassin in poison, could I roll something to see if like I could, I've probably brewed potions, so I would be thinking that, hey, I would kind of smell like the what poison would smell like what something would smell like.
Somebody, I'm trying to figure out what role this would be, and somebody earlier this week told me that different roles get you different things.
That was me.
And that seems correct. So, potion brewing's an intelligence kind of skill. So, an intelligence.
Well, I meant poison. I didn't mean to say potion. So
I probably meant to say poison. You probably said poison, but that's like an intelligence-based skill. You could go with a wisdom insight check to see how you feel, a perception check.
But he said, but you are proficient with poison kits, right?
Yeah. Yes.
That's why
so you would still add your proficiency bonus to it too.
Yeah, we can add a proficiency to it. Probably an intelligence investigation or a wisdom insight.
I have advantage on initiative again. Yay! No more fours.
and you are you're not cursed by a turtle shield. Congratulations.
I will do
Our shape now.
I will do an investigation since I'm have advantage on it. So
go ahead.
Not the best.
There doesn't seem to be reason to believe this is associated with the poison.
Okay. I haven't, I don't think it's poison, Grum. I just think it's. I mean, why not check? You brought it up, so like.
Grum don't know half from half, though.
I mean, I think I'm gonna stealth in, like, towards this middle hallway. I would like ask the party if that's like kind of what they want to do.
Echo will gesture you forward.
Oh, okay. I will stealth in, DM.
All right, roll a stealth check. And are you going straight for the blur? Are you going towards the steps? Or are you going towards the rubble?
I think I'm gonna go towards the blur, right? Okay. I would gauge the party like I'm gonna go straight, so first.
This is much less narrow than I was expecting, by the way.
Ooh.
The crossing? Or the main road?
That was a nat one.
So, one, I'm going to add that to the counter. But is that a part of your reliable talent?
Oh. Hang on. Stealth.
Damn,
Could be.
bro. Fucking nat ones.
Let's see. I always lose this thing. I need to write it down somewhere for a cheat sheet.
So,
Reliable talent. Ability check that uses one of your skill or tool proficiencies. You can roll a d20 of 9 or lower. 9 or lower as a 10. So
You can't roll lower than a 10 on that.
So that in reality, I'm keeping it as the mark 1 as a mark for the counter, but in reality, you would treat it like a 22.
yeah. So
Basically, the rogue version of that thing for eloquence bards.
thank you,
Where they can't
DM.
roll lower than a 10 on
for reminding
persuasion
me.
and deception.
So if you sneak over, do you go in? Do you go into the blur field?
I think I would. No, I think I would stand on the outside of it and see if I could see anything of importance. If I could see past the blur.
Roll a perception check at disadvantage.
Ooh.
14.
Okay.
Oh, actually, yeah.
So the official description of this room: a double door in the northwest corner of this room has been knocked off its hinges and lies on the floor. The room is blurry as though seen underwater.
That was a 19. Sorry, because that's proficient in it.
All right. You see a door off to the south and a hallway that just, if you keep going straight, you'll hit into that hallway.
All right. I think since Grum's the one behind me closest, I think I would call out to him and let him know what I'm seeing.
Well, I got your back, man. Do your roguey thing.
Okay. I'll stealth in some more.
All right. Do another stealth some more check.
Okay.
Okay.
Another one, but it's a 23.
Oh my god, no.
It's still
22.
It still counts. That gives you 3 since we've started counting, making you the current leader of the Nat 1 board, overtaking me. Congratulations. So,
but well, I'm still getting like
Shroud, where do you want to go in the room?
I think I want to stay along this wall. That way I can get a good eye down that hallway.
Now, this entire room, the blur is just sitting on it. It's wherever you step, your vision is trying to blur.
Okay.
Grum or Echo, do you guys enter the room?
No, I want to step up and kind of not literally feel, but I want to look at it and I'm going to say investigate what exactly this might be.
When you say investigate, do you mean mundanely or do you want to search it for magical senses?
You know, I really think she would reach for the magic angle.
All right, that would be one Arcana check.
God dang it. It's an 8.
It seems like it could be magical, but it's hard to exactly say what about it is magical, other than the obvious blur distortion field.
Okay. Echo's distracted. It's fine.
Tobin and Nyx, do you guys just hang back?
No, I'm gonna go with the rest of the crowd. As I see Grum and Echo just kind of investigating these doors, I'm going to kind of just head towards the stairs a little bit. Just kind of like slowly and cautiously, but just want to kind of maybe stay right here and see if I notice anything.
All right, so make a perception check.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh shit! There you go. There's your nat one.
One thing that's just blatantly clear, there do seem to be the flicker of lights from there, but it's hard to say anything more than that. There is some source of light. Congratulations on your first nat one.
Yay!
Congratulations on that third one.
I will turn around and go and tell Echo and Grum, like, guys, I think I see lights down there. By the way, I know last week I used my heroic inspiration to avoid a nat one. Did we get any more heroic inspiration? Because I still have one. I don't know if this is because I didn't take it off.
I find you to be heroic, so let's say yes.
Oh, thank you. All right, cool.
So, just so I have a sense of everybody's layout, Shroud, you're in the blur room. Tobin, you want to explore the staircase.
I just kind of, once you said I had lights, I'm going back to tell Grum and Echo.
Okay. Grum, Echo, do you guys check it out?
Yes. I want to wander down just to the bottom of the steps and see if there's anything else I can figure out.
Okay.
And I'm just
Grum.
go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just curious what you guys do.
In game, Grum would follow Echo, honestly, right now.
Okay. Tobin, do you go Shroud, do you stay in the room or do you go with them?
I mean, I think I would just kind of be waiting in this cloud fog, waiting for someone to come in after me if they didn't hear me, like, swords clanking or something.
And Tobin, what do you do?
So, like, I know Shroud is back here, so when I see Grum and Echo start heading towards the stairs, I like kind of just come over here, peek my head, and go, Shroud, get over here. We're going down here investigating some lights. Hurry.
Would I be able to hear him?
Yeah, it doesn't distort sound. So
okay. All right. So I would.
And I just skip down and try and catch up. La 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 la. Hey, Grum, wait for me, buddy.
Real quick, Nyx, do you bring up the rear?
Of course, in true Nick's form.
Okay, can you all do me a favor and roll initiative at disadvantage?
Yes. I knew
and
it.
Grum, you having advantage would mean a flat roll.
And me too, right? Because I got advantage on initiative.
Anybody who naturally has advantage would have a flat roll.
So it's
I'm going to give myself advantage.
For me. Yeah, 14.
Oh, wait.
Cool.
Oh, I lost
There's
a
a
token.
19.
Where's Nyx?
Yeah.
Nyx.
I accidentally deleted myself as I was trying to click out.
So I got a 19 and I got a 20. So, oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I got a 20 and a 25.
Awesome.
All right.
You're welcome.
So let me make sure that
Sorry, guys.
Hitting everybody right. Nyx, I have you at a 9, Echo 9, Grum 14, Shroud 14, and Tobin 20.
Yup.
Yeah.
Tobin, you are the first to go.
Well, obviously, I am going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. Does anything pop out from here?
So first, let me give you some of the area.
There we go.
You're in a big area.
Oh, that 300 feet of dark vision really helps.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you the official read of that room.
Dragon. This is dragon size area.
So the intersection, stalactites hang from the ceiling of this 30-foot high vaulted cavern. The floor is slick with moisture and it's carved level and even. Passages extend in several directions, and a stone double door bearing the carving of a spiked cage is set into one wall. You don't see anything right away, no. You're welcome to use your action to make a perception check.
Damn. And here is Nexor with see invisibility.
Yeah, you know what? I'll do a perception check. Let's do it.
One action perception check, please.
14.
No, nothing seems to be around.
I turn around and I look at everyone and like shrug my shoulders. Like, I know, guys. Looks a little all right to me.
Do you end your turn?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if what bonus action ish stuff I have real quickly. Nope, nothing important. Nope. Nope, we're good. Nothing that matters.
All right. Nick's 14 doesn't hit.
Oh.
Behind you, you see a very huge, long tentacle whip out one of the stalagmites and try to hit you and grab you, but it misses. But another one comes out as tentacles start erupting all around it.
I bet it's a roper.
Oh, I know what these are. Yeah, fuck. Why didn't I know that?
It said a roper.
I should have said that. Moment you said stalactites, I should have known.
So a 14 also does not hit as it sends out, and you take your staff of defense and you manage to slam it away. Now the bad news is that this one starts to come towards you too, and another tentacle slams out. An 18 will hit, so you see a third tentacle hit out, wrap around you, and as it does, you feel the force pull you. So you will go.
Sucks.
It starts to reel you in, literally.
Oh wow!
Oh shit! Should have went down that path first.
Oh wow, they're way back there. Damn! I had this zoomed in. I didn't see them back there. I did.
I was like, "What the hell are you talking about, DM? I don't see nothing."
And that damn crazy DM. And you still have staff in hand. Another one flies out. You manage just barely to get it and maneuver it away from you, but 4 tentacles have flied out. I'm assuming you scream as they start reeling you in, but the rocks seem to be alive, and these things, as you look at them, a mouth full of sharp teeth opens up. That is what it's dragging you towards, and one eye just opens up. It is a menacing looking thing. Grum.
I just want to say, I know why Lost Minds of Fandover and Shattered Obelisk gets so much praise.
You know, it's funny you say that. My other group, one of the people in my other group is like, it sucks, it's lame. I'm like,
holy shit, what's your movement speed?
50.
He just starts booking it like, ain't happening.
No, I was restricted to 30 for the fucking longest.
Hey, that shield is awesome.
That long ride.
No, I'm good being up here with Nyx now. Alright, so dash.
Wrong button.
Give me a minute. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've played Grum, and he's got new stuff.
Grum does have new stuff. Being petrified somehow made you stronger.
You're more resilient to everything.
Oh, do we have group boyfriend?
Yep.
That is fantastic.
Group boyfriend is here. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, now I gotta readjust these really quick.
Oh shit! Throw me the stream so I can at least just put it up so I can be a viewer on it too.
You should always view. Jack up them viewer numbers.
No, I'm
What was
trying.
that?
And
You said you're going to make
haven't-
another cleric specifically to heal? A life cleric?
If you haven't followed yet, shame. Anybody on this stream who has not yet followed, shame. There is free dice at play.
Don't shame me.
And they're awesome dice.
Oh, we shame. We're bringing public shame back.
I'm here to love all of y'all.
There's no shame in that.
Everybody love everybody.
Yeah, Alvin said some shit about polyamory earlier. Fuck you. That's my lifestyle. You talk about.
Okay,
That's
Silverin.
right. That's right. I'll talk shit again. What's up?
Nope, we just got everybody back.
I know, right? Let's make peace, not war. Fuck that. We got two rollers.
Yep.
Don't make Echo cry again.
Roper.
Speaking of which, my shaming didn't get us any extra followers. Shame again. But we do have a group boyfriend.
So if people don't like follow, I'm gonna take my clothes off until people start following.
I mean,
We're back to the OnlyFans page.
sure.
Whatever.
I don't know how Nick's feel about having a whore boyfriend like that.
He can do feet pics.
His name is Toe Slut. Don't forget it.
I don't want to be toe slut. Fuck out of here.
All right.
You're toast like.
Back to where before Toe Slut interrupted.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
That's gonna stick. That's it now.
Grum,
So-
is there anything else
You're gonna call
you
that
can
on
do?
date.
Just for the record, I was just had that ready for him to join. I just couldn't adjust the things until we were actually in a stream. So I had the group boyfriend card just ready to go. A whole scene set up for it.
Okay, I'm full screened on Twitch now. Oh, there I am. Human group boyfriend. God damn it.
Alright, so now that I'm way up next to Nyx, she's got like what one tentacle around her, basically gripping her.
She has one tentacle around her, and you look at these things. When they don't move, they look like giant stalagmites. In their current state, you see like 6 tentacles each just freely flopping around them.
Okay.
And Nyx is
Talking
currently
about your
grappled.
girlfriend, bro.
Nyx is currently grappled.
Is it possible to strike the tentacle itself and possibly chop it off?
Yeah, make an attack roll.
Sweet. Yeah. Come on, Grum. Yes, dirty 20.
That hits.
All right.
Roll damage.
That's a straight up max damage 16. Grum coming back with the full vengeance, baby.
And you full force cleave into this thing, and where you do, it splits and splatters on the ground. It loosens from Nyx. She's no longer grappled. And this thing retracts its tentacle as you slash it.
Aw, good job, Grum.
Thanks, Grum.
You did it, buddy. Look at you coming in strong. You didn't even need me to rub my foot all over your stuff.
That would be such a spiritual experience for Tobin right now.
You guys don't even name. Maybe it's the Foot Group? The Foot Clan. You guys can be the Foot Clan.
Man, yes.
Yeah.
Clan of the foot.
We're
I
all
was
the
gonna
same
say-
master winner from the evil clutches of the foot.
I was gonna say the foot fetishist, but I guess Foot Clan's better.
I just read my stats, and they're pretty fucking funny.
They're great stats.
That's awesome.
And it's a modification of my card, so it's like
Well, I see that it's Dragon Tongue above it, so I'm just like, all right, well, okay.
that's branding. That's branding right there. So, Grum, you managed to successfully sever this thing out with your first attack. Can you do anything else?
I was gonna ask, so the tentacle has basically been severed now. Is there still enough tentacle to strike again and deal more damage?
It still has 5 other tentacles.
But are they like, so needless to say I can?
The tentacles aren't around you.
Okay, so then I will instead draw my crossbow and launch a crossbow bolt at it.
All right, who do you want to hit?
Whichever one had the tentacle on it, doesn't matter. Whichever one I damaged.
B.
Cool. 26 I'm sure will hit,
It does.
and it's gonna deal 9 piercing.
Okay. It smacks into it. You can see your arrow just lodge into the side, now just a part of its face. Okay, I think that's Grum. That ends your turn. Shroud.
Oh, you know what? No, not
Oh, what
yet.
else you got?
I can bonus action rage.
I would rage as well.
You should let
Shroud.
that rage
Bonus
out.
actions again.
You have usable
I don't-
bonus actions, yes.
When you start raging, Tobin like gives out like a little like squee noise. He's like,
I think Tobin has a bigger crush on Grum than Echo does.
it's total hero worship. But yeah, you have competition.
Ooh, I'm just special.
Came back as a celebrity.
Let's see. So
Tobin's a groupie.
Groovy.
You're muted if
Shroud. I'm
you're
sorry.
trying to talk.
Nope. Shroud. What would you like to do?
So have both of these taken their turn this
Yes.
round?
They have.
Okay. All right. So I am going to bonus action, cunning action, dash,
Okay. Cunning action dash.
and I measured it out. So I'm going to move right here.
All right. You see the flopping tentacle on the ground, severed by Grum's axe.
Say flopping again.
And
Is it moist?
It is a little moist on there. Yes.
Moist. Flopping.
The severed
When it
appendage
dries,
of
it
a
gets a
living
little
thing
sticky.
tends to be moist. In time, it will be stinky.
and is either one of them damaged?
You see
B
that B has an arrow that is stuck into the side of it, in addition to
Okay.
the severed tentacle.
So I am going to take a dagger and throw my dagger at that one.
All right, make an attack roll.
And that's 18.
You hit into it, and the dagger bounces off.
Really? Jesus. Okay, so I'm going to use the Nick property and throw another dagger at it.
One dagger down, one to go.
And that ain't gonna hit either.
Same thing. This
18
one,
don't hit?
its tentacle just comes up and flops it away midair. They land
my
next to
God.
each other.
Oh,
Was it a very floppy flop or was it a
It-
clean flop?
Oh,
So it's not as floppy as the tentacle. It's just like in a contest of flop, the tentacle wins. The dagger just goes bump bump stop.
wow.
So not a sloppy floppy.
What would you like to do with that severed tentacle?
what would you?
Shroud, do you have anything else?
No.
Okay, so Echo, this started with a scream from Nyx. Grum picked up afterwards, ran as quick as he could, and Shroud followed suit. You turn around, you see two giant tentacle monsters, arms in the
All
air.
right. Well, she's gonna scream for Nyx, book it up the stairs, and let's try playing a support cleric for once. I need a dex save of 16 on let's stick with B.
Okay.
Like, holy shit, you're a cleric?
Thanks, Tobin.
So, are we doing Sacred
Can't
Flame?
help it.
And you
This is
said,
fairy fire.
ooh, fairy. Do you have range to hit both?
Oh, that's right. It's multiple, isn't it?
It's a cube, and it will light them up in a special color, which will grant advantage if they miss this.
Yes. So she throws out the green energy, and it's the green shimmery light tries to coalesce around them.
All right. Does a 16 save? That's A.
Bitch. Yes.
These things are not good with that. Does a 0 save?
No.
I'm now tied with Shroud for the lead. So A manages to wrap its tentacles in such a way that it hits away the light. B, on the other hand, is lit up, and you said it's a green color?
Yes.
So it flies in. It's almost like it's showing the crevices to guide whoever wants to hit this thing. And right where the arrow hit is just these special, like, little circles of light that are going around it to highlight hit here.
And then if I can, used Eyes of Night. I'm going to reactivate Depths of Night.
Wings out.
So the wings come out.
Now,
And
the
if
question is that I have to ask. Last time they
Yes.
were very dark in nature because of current events. Have they softened?
they have a little bit.
All right.
They're a little brighter.
Steps of Night is activated.
Are you
What do
happy
do from
or
here?
Aww.
you get your boo back?
Have to give Echo a reprieve eventually. Come on.
All right. So you have a flying speed. I think you've used up all your movement though.
Yeah, I have. I'm just like basically levitating right now.
So taking this back to where it started, Nyx, you are no longer grappled.
Woohoo!
But this thing did start by attacking you. You became the front line very quickly.
Poor Nyx.
I know.
Poor
It'll
Nyx.
get better.
Your friends are coming.
Yay!
Help is on the way, as the kids say.
Friends with
Me and
benefits.
Grum got to her pretty quick, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before I get there.
Nyx, would you? Yeah, Tobin went the other way. Nyx, would you like to do anything?
I would. She's gonna kind of step up here, and I'm going to cast a fireball at it.
All right,
Yes.
Make an attack roll. Fire. I'm assuming firebolt, not fireball.
No, fireball. I found it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
knew you could do it.
So
I knew it.
that will be one dex save, I suppose.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You
Both
hear
of them.
echoes cheering.
All right.
What
So
level are we casting?
5th.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
A fails.
Yeah.
B fails.
Yes. Yes.
Go ahead
Get
and
it,
roll
dude.
damage as you send out this fireball that goes for a second, lingers in the air around them, and then erupts.
Fuck yeah. Can I give her my inspiration so we can go for a crit?
It's not an attack roll, it's a dex save, so it can't crit.
Right.
That's true. Okay, true.
So there is a big eruption that just hits both sides of the cavern, and they are engulfed in flame as it swirls around them for a second. And then as it fades, looking through the smoke, they are standing there, still strong, still tentacles waving in the air. The
I
smoke
had
is
33
clearing,
points
though.
of damage.
It powerful damage.
Yeah, that's not shy damage, yo. Like,
The couple of 1s and 2s in there, it could have been 10d6. It could have been a lot more, but 33 is good.
could have been a lot less.
It could have been a lot less. So this is the first time anybody's ever seen Nyx cause a huge, massive explosion. She normally zaps everything around her. Now she has exploded everything around them.
I have been waiting for this for fucking ever. Can I give her my heroic inspiration just because I've been waiting for a fireball?
I accept. Nyx, go ahead and mark heroic inspiration. Tobin, go ahead and keep yours because giving away heroic inspiration is what an inspirational hero would do.
That's the Tobin for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Wait, is it the Oath of Tobin or is it now the Oath of Grum? He signed his Bible in his blood. Like, does the religious order now change?
We can find it out by having Tobin and Grum in a face-off, but it has to be Archfey Tobin that appears.
Yeah, it has to be original.
He loves his dad. He loves his dad, but you were the best parts of all the stories.
Uh,
I bet you enjoyed when I was crushing skulls, huh?
You mean when you were missing? Yeah.
There were a lot of misses. If there isn't a lot of whiffing in that book, it is false advertising.
Yes, bad storytelling.
Tobin,
The beginning of the book is you failing until Tobin blesses you with his foot.
Right? I mean, yeah, that's kind of true. Like, that's how it went. That's how it fucking went.
Tobin.
That's probably the only true. That's probably the only true thing in that book.
You just heard a loud explosion behind you, and you can, if you turn around just at the right moment, you can see the fireball as it's dissipating.
I see that, I'm like, whoa, and then between dashing and bonus action Misty stepping, I can make it. Actually, I can make it further, but I'm gonna stop right here, and hold on, let me mark that off so I don't forget, because I do forget sometimes. Misty step. There we go. All right. I stop and I hold my hand up and I say, "Stop there, you foul!" And then I see what they are, and I'm like, "Oh my god, what the fuck is that?"
Teeth on teeth, baby. Rows of teeth.
Like, they look like weird ice cream cones that want to eat me.
Would you like to try to kill one of them?
Well, I used dash and a misty step, so that's pretty much everything.
All right, so you're close face to face with this thing. You are definitely notably in tentacle reach. As
I'm putting myself in between.
A accepts that you want to be close to him. 21 to hit.
That meets it. Damn.
You are grappled, and it rips you towards him. So it wraps around your body and just tugs. Your back arches, and right towards the mouth.
All right. Any damage?
Tell you in 1 second. Let's see if you can avoid the maul. 20 to hit, which misses. So it clamps down on your armor, but it does not pierce it.
Right on that new piece of dwarf armor.
It will, however, try one more time and miss one more again. Nyx, you look over at B. The tentacle that Grum chopped off regrows.
Okay, for a second.
And Nyx does a 26 hit. So it wraps around you and it pulls and you go towards its mouth. Head first.
So
16 hits. So it rips you in and you are now in the side of its jaw with the teeth grinding down on you.
would I be able to get an opportunity attack? Like watching this drag Nyx back?
No, not on the tentacle.
Okay.
Boo.
I figured I would try.
Nyx take 20 points of piercing damage as its first one just grinds into the side of your head, and then jaws open again for a second time, and it positions you better to try to crack your face this time. It manages to clamp down. I need you to take an additional 14 points of piercing damage as it clamps down again, and it's got to be piercing the skin on some level. Like your horns provide some defense, but only to an extent. Grum, you see that Nyx is grappled again and being eaten.
Yeet.
Yes, okay.
All right.
Hey, puppy.
Again.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, puppers.
It's a puppy. Hi, puppy.
Baby.
Puppy. Oh.
What a baby.
So I'm raging.
Yeah, she is my baby.
You're raging until you look at the puppy, and then a sense of calm just magically flows over you.
Nothing yet. I've been looking at my character sheet. Now I know not to look.
Fix your mind. Fix your mind.
Puppies have the calm emotion spell, don't you know?
The mind is attuned. I'm trying to figure out
This
what I
one
wanna do.
does. This one does.
Grum, what would you like to do?
Face.
And just for the record, you can target the tentacle and try to free her, but you think that's probably different from damaging the body.
Yeah, and I forgot I have my spirit shield up right now. So I can reduce damage too. Damn, I didn't do okay, I got it. Alright, so I am going to reckless attack on B.
You already have advantage.
Oh, never mind then.
I miss reckless attack.
If we kill Tobin, we can bring out Cramp's brother. Barbarian
At this
that looks
point, now-
eerily similar to Framped.
Now that we have a tank-ish character again, I would totally bring back OG Tobin.
No, well, we can set the stage for that. Revengeance for the death of one son.
Oh.
Not that I would ever kill any of the characters. You guys are too precious for me to ever do that.
Ooh, but Tobin coming back with a vengeance. Ooh.
That would be gnarly.
Yes, that'd be funny. I'd stick around for that.
Grum.
Or rabbit.
Grum, can you? What would you like to do?
So I am. So I have Brutal Strike, which says if I use Reckless Attack, I can forego the advantage and get a bonus. But I already have advantage from something else. So if I do that, do I still have advantage?
For now, let's say yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna Reckless Attack, but I'm gonna use Brutal Strike, so I'm gonna forego the advantage on the attack. On that regard. And it doesn't have advantage or disadvantage. So I didn't even roll advantage, but that's gonna hit.
It will.
See if you can get a nat 20.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
I do like my.
Oh my god, Echo! Natural 20!
Wow.
All right, one for Nexer because the sheet still says Nexer. And you now lead the Nat 20 pack with three Nat
Thank
20s.
you. Thank you. Alright,
Roll
so that is
crit
critical damage.
And that includes any bonus rolls. So roll double all the dice rolled.
Oh, okay, because the Brutal Strike gives me an extra D10 of the same type since it did hit.
So it will be 2 extra D10.
Okay.
All dice
so-
are doubled and modifiers are added once.
All right. That's going to be 25. And then... Okay, so I'll just roll 2d10 this way. $13 extra damage.
It's still alive, but you have cleaved a portion of its skin off of it, and it's a mix of rocky looking and muscly tissue looking texture underneath.
And thanks to the Brutal Strike, I get to do either a Forceful Blow, which then push the target away, or Hamstring. The speed is reduced by 15. It's Nyx is in its mouth, right?
Yeah, the tentacle is still around Nyx, and Nyx is just forced into this thing's jawline.
Okay, so pushing it back won't remove her from its mouth. It'll take her with it.
What was the other option
It
again?
depends. She'd get a saving throw to see if she can force her way out of it.
Okay, I'll do the Forceful Blow then.
All right, that forces it back 10 feet.
15 feet straight away.
All right.
And then you can then move half your speed straight towards the target without provoking opportunity attacks.
All right, Nyx, make a strength saving throw. Let's make it a strength or a dex save.
Can I use my heroic inspiration on that?
That's if you
You
fail.
can if you need it. Go ahead and first make a dexterity saving throw first. DC's 14. You can use your heroic inspiration. Roll it again and mark off the heroic inspiration.
Okay.
So it flies back from Grum's blow 15 feet. And Nyx, as it does, you manage to position yourself in such a way that you slide out of the tentacle. You are slimier and slobbery.
That's what
You are
she said.
slimy and much more slobbered on than before, but you are free from its grasp. And it looks
Yeah,
near
I
death.
also forgot, if you're within 10 feet from me, you get +3 on your saves.
It still wouldn't have done it with the 8.
Okay.
Grum, do you want to take any movement?
Yeah, I can move. What was it? Half my speed, right?
That's
Yeah,
25
so
because you got some speed to you.
Yeah, I'm fast now, boy. Ooh, fucking train coming through. Choo choo, bitch.
Oh, missed that.
Sorry.
All right, and no more attacks, right?
I don't need to continue with rage because it's just going. So let me see. Bonus actions are. Oh, I can do Hew. I can do Hew immediately after you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce it to 0 hit points. You can make one attack with the same weapon as a bonus action. And I
Alright.
didn't use a bonus action to rage.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and make an additional attack.
Yeah, kill it.
Dust yourself off, boy. Dust yourself off.
Kill it.
Oh, look at that. 24 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. 10 damage more.
Is close, but not enough to knock it out. You do cleave off another portion of the rocky skin, revealing just a rocky, muscly, tissuey mess underneath.
I'm sorry, but that was hella fun.
Grum's back.
Grum is back.
Grum is back.
Back with a vengeance.
Grum is
Shroud,
back. He is pissed.
Shroud, you just had a front row seat for Grum kicking ass. What would you like to do to try to compare?
So I'm gonna draw both my swords out like a cross draw, and then I am going to run up to this one, and I am going to attack with my short sword.
I was gonna say, hopefully you stab it.
These things aren't easy to stab, honestly.
I remember us fighting these things before, and
You
What's
guys
that big a
haven't.
deal?
You guys haven't fought ropers
Oh my
yet.
god, that don't
I thought
hit.
I thought we fought them in the cave.
Oh,
with,
I rolled short bow. I guess it's the same modifier though. It doesn't matter.
It's fine. Either way, the 4 wouldn't carry over to hit.
Okay, and then with my bonus action, I'm going to attack again, and if you hit, okay, so I don't get advantage. My god, man.
No, 19 doesn't do it. You hit
Whoa.
into it, and you should hit it, but you can't pierce that rocky exterior. It's like group boyfriend. It just won't open up.
I'm trying to figure out. I didn't want to interrupt y'all. There's got to be a point in time to where I can you throw me a roll or something. Something happens. Something's doing something.
Let me ask you this: do you have a D20?
No, I don't. Unfortunately,
Now,
I asked my parents.
if you follow, you will have an opportunity to win one on June 27th when we do the drawing live on stream.
Oh, that's the day after my birthday.
You should get people to follow, so
Well,
we can say happy birthday on the drawing day.
Hey, Twitch, I know for you too. You can win those beautiful D20 dice made by D20 Dinner. Jamie made them.
They're awesome dice, guaranteed 20 by Shroud.
Question.
It's beautiful.
Question.
So do I need to just go buy a D20 so whenever something happens, I'm just like, nope, boyfriends.
So
Make
if-
the
if you want to be a real player, you need to get as many D20 as possible and have them all just randomly assorted. You could have this.
I'll just buy one from you. Just send me an email. I'll buy one from you, and I'll just.
Actually, I'm sure there are a lot of creators over at Floki's Tavern. It seems that are very good dice creators, and that would be very possible to throw you something that way. You could go the cheap route and get something off Amazon, or handcrafted exquisite from Floki's Tavern. Is this how I get supporter?
Yeah, you start plugging.
Yeah.
If I do a TikTok of this, will I get supporter? See, right there.
Ooh,
I don't know where my camera is. Right there.
Maybe
Our
Floki's
dice makers
Tavern.
are wonderful.
You see my new dice?
Unfortunately, Shroud,
Fancy.
the
Those are
Shroud,
like
the
380.
19 does not hit. Group Boyfriend, we will have an opportunity for you to roll and for you to join us when we do the Shadowfell mini campaign, when we have that date set up.
I can just be the rando. I can just be the random. It's like,
Don't worry, you already are.
oh, shut up.
Here, rolling on. Echo, real quick. What do you do?
I think Grum had a question first.
Just really quick, when it says you have something that so when you hit with a weapon as part of the attack action, does that include the extra attack?
When you hit with a weapon as a part of the attack action.
Does that include the extra?
What's the context?
Heavy weapon mastery.
Is it under feature and traits?
Mm-hmm.
So if you have an extra attack, you would get an extra attack. Do you have an extra attack?
Yeah.
All right, we'll roll one more attack. Let's see if we can crack this thing's skull open real quick. Then we'll jump back.
No.
to Echo.
I already did all of my attacks.
Oh,
I'm just
well, I thought
wondering,
you-
like, huh?
I thought you were saying that you had one more attack.
No. I used all my attacks. I was just asking before I forgot later because I just realized that it wasn't part of the math already. Like, it's cool. We don't have to retcon it. I was just asking before I forgot later on.
You can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn. So if you take the attack action, you just get the extra attack.
It'll if you click on attack on your sheet, it'll say like actions, attack per action 1 or 2.
Okay, cool.
That's how my blood hunter plays. He's got the extra attack and then like 2 weapon fighting. So
All right. Echo, real quick, is there anything you would like to do?
Yes. I'm gonna roll up right here since I'm flying. And I am going to twin guiding bolt
Okay.
at
Remember, the one has fairy fire on it.
yes. I'm gonna twin guiding bolt at 3rd level.
Okay,
So you
and
can roll two different ones, one with advantage, one without.
yeah, let's do it like that.
Okay. So this is for B, the one with advantage. Wow, nice. 2 10s.
No, the light of your fairy fire cannot help the light of your guiding bolt find the right spots, even though this thing is horribly mutilated.
And the other one is nat 1. So, you know.
Hey, I know I shouldn't be excited, but I'm sorry, this counter thing makes me happy.
Right? The counter is great. I love my
No.
counter on Wednesday.
I'm just as excited, if not more so, for Nat 20s, but Nat 1s also just hit that spot for me. That might make me awful, but I accept it.
Noodles.
Are we still tied, DM, for Nat ones?
Let's see. I've got 3 and you've got 3. You've got 2 this session. I've only got 1 this session, so you're winning here.
Okay.
But overall,
Small victories, man.
that's
Okay, and then
At least you got something going for you.
Right.
2 things. Nyx, I sent you a message. And you also get 18 points of healing. So, I mean,
Nice.
my bonus action for healing word.
is the hidden healing word the healing message that you sent her? So like, this is my healing word.
Yes, this is your boost.
All right, Tobin, what do you do real quick?
Exactly how bad is A again?
He's not. He doesn't even look really badly bloodied. He has taken damage. You can see the marks on his rocky exterior. He's nothing like B, who is just sliced off pieces from Grumskull. From Grum's axe.
All right, well, we will swing on this guy. 22 to hit.
That does.
All right, Matt, and we're gonna add a smite onto that after. So 10 slashing magical slashing damage, and then because got level 3 spell slots now, we're gonna do a level 3 smite. Where's my smite? There we are. Come on, big numbers. Did anything roll?
No.
No,
Did it roll
just
on your
long
end?
sword.
No, but it did use my spell slots. Okay, so
Oh, I'm sorry. That
Try again.
negates all damage. That roll.
20.
You stick the sword in, and the divine energy you see kind of explode out cracks. And you can't see the damage on the surface, but you know that you have this thing bloodied up now, as you have caused internal damage.
Right before I do it, I say, "That's not my purse."
And then you kick it in its
I don't know
rock
you.
crotch.
Yep.
I don't know you.
Oh my god, here's my nat one.
There we go.
Yeah. I did it to make you happy, DM.
Honestly, now the only
Give him more. Wait, don't you have inspiration still?
Yeah, actually, you know what I do? I don't care about your happiness. I'm gonna use my inspiration and re-roll that.
I'm keeping
Dead
it.
ends.
I'm keeping it because it was there.
No, inspiration wipes the slate clean.
Only advantage
What I
does,
get, what I get, what I
inspiration
get?
doesn't.
Oh, 14.
It is a wasted inspiration, as your
No,
inspiration.
it wasn't because it wasn't a 1.
The one still counts.
No, it doesn't. Don't you dare.
Advantage makes it the better of the two. Rerolling through another mechanism still sticks it on the counter.
That's bullshit.
Yes, but that's the power of DM. As you see, one of the proficiencies that I didn't put on there is bullshittery, and
That's the power of
I.
It's the power of BM, okay?
Speaking of the power of BM,
You gotta go out.
no, but they're going to try to pass you through. Tobin, this bites at you. 1 miss. And 2 miss. Grum, this thing obviously can't run away, so it
That was pretty pathetic.
will try to bite you. Oh, it gets advantage because of your reckless attack.
Correct.
So I get one for the nat 20.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
So teeth sink in. It's goop is just sloshing off everywhere, but you find its mouth for 26.
Can you say that more seductively?
I can. I can. But not now. Later on Fit Fans Only. Take 26 points of damage. Cut that in half with your rage. 26. And
13.
it will attempt to bite again as you are in its teeth. For another nat 20.
Oh my god.
Look at that counter go, baby. I'm leading the way with 20s.
You're worse than the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas.
I am worse than a Vegas casino, yes. 45 points. Damn. 45 points of damage cut in half.
Holy shit.
22. I'm going to Stone's Endurance that one. So that will be a 22 reduced by 7? 11 points? So 11 points of damage. Okay. I'm
Nice.
still good. I'm a little bloody, but not much. Took a scratch.
I don't think I'm taking damage throughout any of that.
No, this is my first time.
It's gonna be the puppy fest today.
We have more puppies?
Baby.
Aw.
Hell yeah.
She saw an opportunity and she ran in. Grum, it's your
I
turn.
think now that the puppy has blessed us with its presence, we all get a +2 to our AC. Puppy's blessing.
Actually, I thought puppies made rage fade.
Puppy inspiration.
No, that was never canon.
Everybody inspiration.
That was never
You need to
canon.
add to my stats now because my puppy keeps coming in all the time. So
Puppy power is power. Grum, would you like to try to attack this thing?
I sure would.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack with advantage.
Alright.
bless you.
I'm sorry,
Thank you.
wrong thing. Wrong fucking thing. Well, a 24 would hit, so I'm just gonna keep that and roll the right damage.
That works for me.
That's gonna be 18 slashing damage.
So with that, you cleave into it right in its mouth where it's trying to put all of you. You break its front teeth and rip through. Its head slumps down and it ceases to move.
You
I'll
rough
say
from.
like this as I hit it. And I will go ahead and move here. Since there's no flanking. And I will attack it again. This time, wait, let me make sure of something. Yeah, no, first attack. Never mind. Yeah, reckless attack.
This thing is still strong enough to fend off that blow with his tentacle. It comes down, it smacks your blade mid-swing. The axe does not pierce with an 18.
What the hell? That's my damage.
Oh,
That's still my damage. I haven't rolled it again
I saw
yet.
the 18. I thought, okay, he rolled another 18. That's no bueno.
I was gonna say like, whoa, wait a minute. Who rolled for me?
Damn.
Well, give it a second. Take that narration, scoot it forward in time about 3 seconds.
All right. This time, oh, damn it, I can't. All right, straight up. Let's strike. No hit.
What I just said about the tentacle, insert now.
Copy. Paste.
Yes.
Shroud? I'm assuming Grum no more, right?
Let me double check. Like I
Well,
said, I've got new shit here I'm getting used to.
let me know if you have anything else, but Shroud, while he does that, go ahead and go real quick, okay?
Okay. So yeah, I'm actually hang on. Here. No, I ain't gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna try to attack this thing again. I'm getting pissed now, so Oh, nat 20.
One for the
Let's
killer,
go.
baby. So,
Hit it. Switch dice.
for the record, this will go with the initial damage and your sneak attack damage. You get
Yes.
crit damage on both. All dice rolled for this attack.
Okay, so
Are we all just spoiling puppies together? That's awesome.
so
Where's my dog? Nessa, get back here.
it's already got me rolling 2d6 for my short sword. So
Is that your normal?
no, it's 1d6. So it's already
Okay, yeah.
all right. So there's a 13, and then obviously I'm going to do the sneak attack, which is I forget how many. Sorry.
4d6.
So 8d6.
8d6. If you right click it, it'll have the crit damage
Damn.
option.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Not as much
Nice.
as I'd hoped for, but
But
It's
That's
still-
a pretty good amount. That's a
What-
great amount of damage.
what happened? Tobin hit his blade in first, and sparks of divine energy burst through. You see one of these spaces that you can hit, and you insert your short sword and start flicking it. You hear the clank like you're hitting jewelry, and as you do, this thing groans out in pain, sloshes over as it hits the ground. Several amethysts slide out of its mouth on the ground, lying on the floor. And as you all see the amethyst, that is the perfect place to end it for this evening.
oh, I got a
Alright.
kill. Such a
Good job.
bad combat session, and I got the kill.
Guys, I got a nat 1. It was awesome.
A new experience for you, isn't
You
it?
did. You got a nat 1.
And I did
Congratulations.
something new and it didn't do anything.
Nick's
I
casted
feel
a
like-
huge ass fireball.
I
Yeah.
feel like
Yes,
I feel
thank you
like
for the
me and
fireball.
Grum- me and Grum's gonna fuck shit up.
I do apologize. I forget that I have spirit guardians, so I can protect y'all in like 2 different ways just from that.
How the fuck
I gotta
do you
get back
have
into
Spirit
Grum's groove.
Grum is
Spirit
back. We went a long time without Grum. We're gonna see how long it has been.
January
Grum feels
25th.
like a gorilla going up against 100 guys right now
No, what's a spirit guardian? How does Grum have spirit guardians?
because he's an ancestral guardian barbarian.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that. Oh, that's right, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been like that from level 3. Yeah, no change. He's just
I
got
took-
more stuff now because he leveled up. Suddenly.
I took Perry as my level up.
Yeah, the first creature you hit with an attack on your turn has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against you. And when a target does hit a creature other than you, that creature has resistance to the damage dealt. So I could have spared Nyx some health being lost there.
That's
And then I
but you
could have
didn't.
even protected you, Tobin, with my spirit shield. And I keep forgetting.
I'm just
yeah,
like,
I get
holy
it.
shit, you get spirit guardians. That is so badass.
Yeah, Spirit Guardians is boss.
It's like one of my favorite spells.
It's not a spell, it's a subclass feature.
Oh, is that what the spirit shield is?
Spiritual Guardians is what Echo could take up. What I have is Spirit Shield.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at
It
it.
just
I'm trying to
reduces
read it right
damage
now.
by 2d6. Yeah, it just reduces by 2d6.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, a barbarian with spirit guardians. That'd be fucking badass. Just
I get it.
fleeting with your spirit guardians.
I get to add 4 AC for Perry if I get attacked.
Oh, Perry's
Oh, that's-
Perry's good.
Yeah. I seen that one. I was torn between 2 or 3 different ones, and I took parry because I was like, man, I'm kind of squishy, so anything to raise my AC a little bit will help.
So
Did everyone get their 11 temp HP?
Yes, I got it.
I did not. I did not get mine.
So I should be 11 health points healthier.
Yes.
I mean, I had 11 temp HP from last session, I guess?
Yeah,
Because we had a lot.
last session.
From
We should have gotten it.
Our long rest from leveling up, or did we get a long rest technically with the level up, or
No, a long
Or
rest.
traveling.
Long rest doesn't level you guys up. What a long rest does, anything that's added on that's new from the level you get, but anything spent doesn't get automatically returned until you take the rest. So whatever health you get from the level, you'd have the max amount of that health added on. Any spell slots or spells in addition to where you were. But it's not like World of Warcraft where there's like a bubble around you and